ready for that.
Okay, back live.
Yeah?
Yep. All right.
Beep for the slow version. Never mind.
It should. Oh, sorry.
That's
I
okay.
should have got that. Oh, no, I know what to do. Hold on a second. Okay, back again. Okay.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Welcome back. So for those of you still with us, with me, would you like to come back to where... I do apologise about that, technical difficulties again. And just bringing yourself back to the breath. So we're tapping into your journey breath. Gently close the lips. Draw the inhale in through the nostrils. Out through the nostrils. We were just expressing gratitude for those people in our lives that perhaps have made our day a bit brighter. So just thinking about them for a moment. As you inhale, breathing in that gratitude for those people. And as you exhale, allow that gratitude to breathe out into the room. So release that feeling of thankfulness into the air around you. Allow it to permeate the space that you're practicing in. And then gently begin to draw the attention of the mind towards any of those opportunities for learning that you had today. Perhaps gaining a little bit of knowledge, perhaps finding out something new that you didn't know before. Anything new that you might not have anticipated, so surprise bit of knowledge there. As you take a breath in through the nostrils, allow that gratitude for that information to permeate the body. Allow it to fill the chest, fill the belly. And then as you exhale, allow that breath, that thankfulness to permeate the space around you. Beautiful. Slowly then begin to draw your mind towards any of the wonders, any of the delights of the day, anything that surprised you, completely came out of the blue, knocked you off your feet perhaps. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, breathe in gratitude for those moments of wonder and awe into the body. Allow the chest, the belly to expand with that sense of gratitude, and then exhale, allow it to permeate the space around you. And then finally allow the mind to come to focus in the body. Perhaps allow it to draw upon any areas of relaxation, calmness, any spaces where you feel absolutely brilliant today. And as you breathe in, taking one of our last deep breaths here, breathe in that sense of gratitude for your perseverance to come in today. Come and join me on your mat. Feel that sense of resilience and thankfulness for your body, allowing you to be here. As you exhale, breathe that sense of resilience out into the room. Let it permeate the space around you. And then just as you are, taking a few deep breaths, breathing in deeply, opening the mouth perhaps, sighing the breath out. And then later once more, if that felt good, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And then on the next breath in, slowly beginning to open the eyes. And if you're in child's pose, gently pressing the ground away, coming to kneeling. And then slowly, if you are in seated like me, perhaps if you've got a blanket underneath yourself, if you're using any of the props, gently clearing them away from underneath you. And we're going to come right down onto the mat to lie on our backs. So bring yourself to lie down vertically along your mat, keeping the knees bent at this point, drawing the spine down to the floor. Allowing the entirety of the spine to come into contact with the floor as much as possible. So noticing whether the tailbone, the end of the spine, the base of your spine is pressed against the floor. If not, can you find that contact? Notice whether the neck is on the floor. Perhaps by tucking the chin in slightly, we found an elongation through the back of the neck. See if you can find a bit more space to find contact there. And then on the next breath in, we're going to come into Happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. So as you are, take a breath in, draw the knees in towards the chest. Begin to flex the feet, so pressing the heels away. Take a breath in next as you draw the hands in between the legs, and you're going to catch hold of the inside arch of the foot. So wrapping our hands around the arch of the foot. And if that's not accessible, perhaps just placing our peace fingers, so the first two fingers and thumb, around the big toe. So finding a position that feels good in your body. And then taking a deep breath in here. Press the heels away. As you exhale, we're going to lie back, resting the head back onto the ground, and begin to draw the knees down towards the armpits. The feet will separate out towards the sides. So we're coming to find ourselves in a position that's really good for releasing the lower back, beginning to work into our inner hip area, our inner thighs, the groin muscles, and slowly just allowing the weight of gravity and the weight of the arms to pull the feet down a little bit further towards you. Keep the heels pressing away. So we're finding ourselves in an active version of this pose, keeping the feet almost parallel with the ceiling. The sole of the foot is facing the ceiling. And noticing whether the feet are splaying out to the side. Can you draw the toes in a little, so internally rotating the leg so that the toes are pointing behind you. Notice again, if the spine has come off from the floor, can you press it back down into the earth? Find that connection. Take a deep breath in. And a nice long breath out. On the next in-breath, gently release your grip on the feet or the toes, catch hold of the knees, and gently give yourself a small rotation. Being thankful, perhaps, of the opportunity to continue practicing. Being grateful for how your body moves today. And noticing perhaps that on one day, as we move into poses, as we make shapes with our body, it might not feel the same as the next day or the day before. But accepting that we are where we are, and that it's okay. Gently release the feet down to the floor. I'm going to catch hold of our strap here. So if you have your strap handy, or your belt, or your scarf, grabbing onto that. We're going to keep the left foot pressed down onto the floor as we begin to work into the backs of our legs now, so activating the calf muscles and the hamstrings. We're going to wrap the strap around the arch of the right foot. So take a deep breath in here, catch hold of the foot with the strap. The strap is held on with both hands. Exhale, draw the knee towards the chest, right down towards your right armpit, as far as you can go. Inhale, press the heel away, so keeping a nice active leg, straightening out through that right leg. And notice perhaps, as the closer you draw your foot towards your head, the deeper the stretch becomes. The further out you send your leg, the looser, the more, maybe more manageable it becomes. So finding a position that works for you. Exhale, draw the knee back into the chest. Gently apply pressure with the hands. Exhale, press the foot away. Keep drawing the toes back down towards you. Keep flexing the foot. Feel that activation through the back of the leg. Exhale, drop the knee down. Inhale, press away. And as you do so, we're going to begin to release the left foot down towards the floor. So again, keeping the left foot flexed, draw the toes back towards the shin. And as you do, keep pressing the right foot away towards the ceiling. If this is uncomfortable, you can keep the knees bent. So finding a position that works for you. And allow the arms to be heavy. And see if you can drop the shoulders into the ground so they're resting on the floor rather than hanging there. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, bend that right knee. Slowly release the right foot to the floor. And we'll take it on the other side. So begin to wrap the strap around the left foot this time. Take a deep breath in, catch hold of the foot. And then as you exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest. Inhale, press the heel away. Draw the toes back towards you. And find that activation. Feel the hamstring, feel the back of the calf beginning to fire up. Exhale, draw the knee in. Use the arms to bring the leg closer. And inhale, press away. Exhale, drop the knee one last time. press away with the heel of the left foot as you extend the right leg out, so far as possible. So keeping both feet flexed, draw the toes back towards the shins, and notice with every out breath perhaps that you're able to draw that left leg slightly further up. Now the movement may be imperceptible, it may be small, and maybe the knees are bent, but that's okay. So find yourself wherever you are, being grateful for whatever position you're in. One last deep breath here. And then as you exhale, bend that left knee, draw both knees in towards the chest, give yourself maybe a gentle rotation, a gentle back massage, or perhaps an option to take the knees wide as you breathe in. Exhale, bring them in. Okay, brilliant. So from here we'll begin to work again a little bit more into the hamstrings. So gently drop the knees, the feet down to the floor. And we're going to elongate, stretch out that left leg. So feel it dropping towards the base of the mat. Press the heel away, so we're going to keep it nice and active. From here we're going to catch hold of our right foot with our strap again. So options here, we can use a strap to facilitate us in this posture. So it's called Supta Padangusthasana, which is a reclined hand to foot pose. So two options, we can use the strap around the foot, and we're going to catch hold of the strap with the right hand while our left hand comes to press it on our hip points on the left hand side. Alternatively, if it's available to you, you can catch hold of the big toe again with your peace fingers. So the first two fingers and thumb wrapping around the big toe, and then we're going to press that heel away. So if that's accessible to you, if that's something you're able to manage, then feel free to use your hands, otherwise catching hold of the foot with the strap. Okay, so keep pressing that left hand down to your left hip crease, onto the left hip point. Press it down into the earth. You want to maintain that contact of that side on the ground. Take a deep breath in, press the heel away. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to drop that right leg out to the right hand side as you take your gaze to the left. So your head is turning simultaneously to your leg. As soon as you feel your left glute beginning to lift from the floor, stop, and then inhale back to center. Exhale, we'll take it out again. Slowly does it, mindfully moving the leg, noticing where the body loses contact with the floor and stopping. Inhale back to center. And then as you exhale, take it out one last time, as far as is comfortable. And when you've reached that position, gently pausing there, so holding the foot with the fingers or with the strap, pressing the heel of both feet away, keeping the legs nice and active. And then inhale back to center. Oh, you did it, well done. Bend the knee in, give yourself a gentle hug. Feels good. And then gently switch over. So elongate the right leg out, press the heel away towards the back of the mat. And we're going to catch hold of the left foot now with the strap. So using the strap, or option to use your hand if that's accessible to you. Press the right hand onto the right hip point. So find that connection with the hip point. Press that side of the body down to the floor. Make the right glute find that contact with the ground. Deep breath in, press the heel away of both feet. And again, remember, the longer you make your strap, the less of a strain it is on the backs of the legs. The tighter you hold your strap, or the further you draw your foot forward, the more of a stretch you're looking for. Deep breath in here. Exhale, begin to take the leg out to the left, take your gaze to the right. Notice when you lose contact, stop there. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take it out again. Keep breathing, notice the breath in these movements. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, take it out slowly this time as your gaze comes to the right. Keep pressing the heel of both feet away. And then when you've reached the peak, as you notice your right glute lifting, pause there. And we'll hold it for just a couple of breaths. Keep maintaining the contact of the right glute on the floor. Keep pressing the right hand down. And then take a breath in. Slowly draw the leg back up to the top. Bend the knee into the chest. Maybe give yourself a gentle hug. A gentle hug. And then from here, gently releasing the strap from the foot. And dropping the feet down to the floor, we'll come into our bigger floor stretch that we also looked at yesterday. So beginning to work into the gluteal region now, and in particular the piriformis muscle that runs underneath the glutes and helps to support you in preventing you from getting sciatic pain down the leg. So if it's weak, if you've been sat all day, if you've been in the house, you haven't had a chance to get out, this is a muscle that's worth stretching to avoid that kind of pain. So coming back onto all fours, pressing the feet down for a moment. And then on the breath in, release the right foot from the floor, press the right ankle onto the left thigh and press the knee away from you. So take that knee out. On the next breath in, begin to reach the hands forward. So the right hand comes between the legs, head might lift from the floor. Left hand comes around the left thigh, and we're going to interlace the fingers behind that left leg. Option to catch hold of the opposite wrist if you want to increase the stretch that we're going to come into. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, drop the head back. You can rest it on a block or on a blanket. And allow the weight of the hands, without yanking on the leg, allow the weight of the hands to draw the left thigh into the body. Keep the feet flexed, keep pressing that right knee away from you. And you're feeling that stretch in the right glute region. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Coming back to the breath to help you move maybe a little bit deeper into these poses. So option to stay here, we'll begin to work into the back of the left leg. So you can begin to straighten the left leg out. Keeping the contact with the ankle on the thigh, keep pressing the right knee away. Option to begin to lift the head perhaps. Climb the hands up towards the left foot, maybe the left ankle. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, allow the head to come back down. If this isn't accessible to you, you can always use a strap around the left foot to support you. There we go. Perhaps like this, or you can keep the leg bent. So finding whatever option works for you. Take one last deep breath in. And then exhale, gently bend the left leg if it's straightened. Drop the foot down to the floor, release the right foot towards the earth. Or maybe give your legs a quick wiggle. And then we'll take it to the other side. So bringing the left foot from the ground, placing the ankle against the right thigh. Take a breath in, reach the arms forward, left hand comes between the legs, right hand comes around the outside. Catch hold of the fingers, catch hold of a wrist. Exhale, drop the head back slowly. Keep pressing the left knee away from you to deepen the stretch. Perhaps notice if the left knee draws towards you, or if it's actively being pressed away, how that changes the feeling of the pose, how that changes the stretch in the bottom. Option to stay here, or on the next breath in, gently release the hands, begin to walk the hands up the right leg as you straighten it, by perhaps catching hold of the calf, perhaps the ankle, maybe the toes, and then gently releasing the head back to the floor, or perhaps using a block to help bolster you. You want that additional stretch, but need a bit of support underneath the head. So find a position that works for you. Taking one last deep breath in, feel that stretch with the back of the leg on the right side, feel that stretch in the left glute region on the left side. Exhale, gently going to release the right foot back to the ground, unhook the left foot, allow it to come back to the floor, give yourself maybe a gentle hug, gentle massage. Take it nice and easy. And then on the next breath in, slowly begin to make your way back up to seated, so maybe rolling or rocking forward. And from here we're going to come straight over, so we're going to roll over the knees. Come to place the hands on the floor. Just clear the mat of any bits and pieces that you have. And find yourself again in tabletop. So, bringing the hands roughly underneath the shoulders. Knees are roughly hip distance apart. And we're going to begin to tuck the toes as we prepare for downward facing dog. So keep pressing the hands into the earth, spread the fingers and press each finger pad down to the ground. Take a deep breath in, tuck the toes a bit tighter, begin to lift the knees, send the hips back high, and then as you exhale, lengthen the legs, press the tailbone towards the sky. So finding yourself in downward dog, perhaps taking a moment to walk through the heels and seeing if you can do the movement mindfully. So perhaps as you inhale, pressing one heel down, exhale, take it to the other side. Allow the head to be heavy. Perhaps nodding the head yes, shaking the head no, releasing any tension from the back of the neck. And then on the next breath in, begin to lift the right foot from the floor. We're going to send the right foot towards the sky and open up through the right hip. So turning the foot and opening up through that right hip joint, press the left heel down and keep the weight really equally distributed between the left and the right hand. So notice if you're dipping into your left arm, press it away. Exhale, bend that right knee and we're going to step the foot forward between the hands. So it might be easier for you to lower the knee to do that, to walk the foot between the hands. And then finding yourself here, we're going to lower the knee down anyway. So bring the knee down towards the ground. And we're going to bring both of the hands towards the left-hand side of the mat as we walk the right foot out towards the right-hand side. So right foot is against the right edge of the mat and the two hands are on the left side. There we go. So we're coming into lizard pose. Lizard pose is a really good stretch. It begins to work into our quads. Also helps that we've warmed up the inner thighs and the groin area because it's quite an intense stretch here. So take it easy and go as far as comfortable. So from here, we're going to begin to find that integrity through the spine. So imagine the top of the head is being drawn forward and you're tucking in the chin slightly to find that length through the back of the neck. Notice whether you can find that integrity from the tailbone all the way through to the top of the skull. Keep pressing the ground away, maybe coming up to fingertips. If this is uncomfortable, here's where we use our pile of books or our blocks. So you can bring a couple of blocks in and placing them under the hand can help to alleviate that stretch. So if it's quite tight still in the right hip area, if it's quite tight in your left quads, perhaps finding something to bolster you, to raise the chest, draw the head forward, can also be a really helpful way to continue with this pose. So option to find yourself here, and when you found that stability, found your spinal integrity, that length through the upper body, perhaps you can stay here, or perhaps there's the option, if you're able to begin to lower down flat onto the palms, or maybe there's the option to drop down onto the forearms. So find that connection with the ground, keep pressing the top of the head forward, press the roots of the palm into the earth. And again, it's an option here if you're comfortable, if you are happy here in this position, to begin to lift that back knee from the floor and press the heel away towards the back of the room. So you're feeling it quite intensely through the inner hips, the inner thighs. And we're noticing if we have our back knee lifted from the floor, if we can actively press the heel away, lift the kneecaps by drawing the quads up. So really strong in these areas. So if it's uncomfortable, feel free to come back up. Feel free to always lower the knee. So finding a variation that works in your body. And again, it's not how the pose might look, it's how it feels for you. So don't be worried about having to take a few blocks perhaps to support you, or lowering the knee down if that's what feels better. Taking one last deep breath here. And then as you exhale, clear the ground of any props, press the hands back into the earth, and we're going to step the right foot back as we come into downward facing dog. Send the heels down towards the earth, press the fingers into the ground, take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. On the next breath in, begin to lift the left foot from the floor this time, press the left toes away, so point the toes, and then begin to open the hip out towards the left side. Press the right heel down, and then as you exhale, bend the left knee, step the foot forward between the hands. And again, perhaps lowering the back knee is a great way to go here. Fab. Once you're there, slowly begin to edge the left foot out towards the left side of the mat and bring the left hand towards the other hand, so on the inside of your left leg. So again, we find ourselves preparing for lizard pose. So option again to come up to fingertips or use the blocks, pressing into the ground or into your support. Lift the chest, lift the top of the head, find that length in the upper body, draw the collarbones apart, press into the ground, find that length. And then as you exhale, perhaps finding room to take yourself down a bit further. So maybe lowering to the palms of the hands, perhaps dropping down to the forearms. And wherever you are, pressing down, finding that contact with the earth. Option again to release the back knee from the floor, press that back heel away from you and lift the kneecaps by contracting your quads. So draw the quads in and up. Take a deep breath in wherever you are and a long sigh out. On the next breath in, gently release, coming back up high, so coming away from the blocks if they're there, pressing the hands into the earth, spreading the fingertips, and then as you exhale, coming back to downward dog. Taking one last deep breath in. And a long breath out, gently lower the knees down to the floor. And we'll find ourselves coming back towards child's pose just as we finish off. So finding yourself back onto the ground. And perhaps we can spread the knees a little bit wider this time. So noticing if they can come out towards the edges of the mat as the big toes coming together behind you. Take a deep breath in, feel the length through the upper body. As you exhale, gently walk the chest, the heart space down to the ground. Perhaps we can wrap the arms around the body, bringing them back towards the heels where they can rest as we bring one cheek down towards the floor. And perhaps we can take an option to work into the tricep area. So as you come down to child's pose, bring the elbows onto the floor to make contact with the ground, pressing them away from you, and then bringing the hands together in prayer, drawing the hands back over the head. Whichever variation of child's pose that you're in, find yourself coming to rest in that space, in that position. And gently draw the attention back towards your breath. So beginning to notice the sound of the breath as it moves throughout the body. Perhaps noticing the speed of the breath as it moves throughout the body. Can you slow the breath down? And perhaps notice if you can tap back into your Ujjayi breath, the gentle sound of the breath moving in and out of the body. And as you find yourself there in child's pose, take our final breaths there as a way to close the class. Reflect back over your practice today. What do you have to be grateful for? What do you have to be thankful for? Perhaps finding a new range of motion in the body that you've not practiced before. Perhaps being pleasantly surprised by your flexibility. or challenging yourself to try something you've not done before. And perhaps reflecting on things to come later on. What do you have to be grateful for later on in your day today? Perhaps dinner with a loved one. Perhaps time to do the things that you would like to do. And just allow that thought to settle, that feeling of gratitude and thankfulness to permeate the body as you take one last deep breath in. Open the mouth, gently sigh the breath away. And then gently, when you're ready in your own time, slowly coming out of child's pose, releasing the hands to the floor, pressing the ground away, coming up to seated. And finding yourself perhaps kneeling, perhaps cross-legged, in whatever position feels good for you and your body. Bring the hands together at heart center. Maybe close the eyes or keep the gaze low, bow the head, and really thank yourself for your time, your energy, your practice. And on that note, I wish you all a lovely evening and massive thanks. Namaste. So thank you for practicing with me today. Hopefully we'll be back together doing the next class on Monday. So we'll give it a break over the weekend, but I'll be back on Monday to Friday. So this is my new yoga channel. So please feel free, if you enjoyed today's class, to like or subscribe, and please share with lots of other people. So it'd be nice to get more of a community doing practice together every evening. Please leave any comments or questions in the comment box and I'll try and get back to you. So take care, have a lovely evening. Namaste.